huge, huge fight. And then Ali was reclassified 1A. And he was approached by a television guy in Miami, where he was staying. And without him checking with her...
Hey, when they were the ones who said, the government officials were the ones who said that I was 1Y and that I wasn't qualified. It was their decision. Now, all of a sudden, I'm 1A without any test, without notifying me or checking to see if I'm any wiser than I was the last time or any worse.
If you're drafted, will you fight for your country?
Well, I'm not saying nothing about things that I don't have to say. I don't have to say nothing about that. They haven't drafted me yet, and it's a touchy thing, touchy question, and I'd rather not say nothing.
Yeah, well, that statement had a profound effect upon everybody. It said everything in one word.
No Viet Cong.
No Viet Cong ever called me nigger, was the quote, which was precise, because what he was saying was, why are you going to fight? They have nothing against you. I mean, why you have those who are calling you nigger are sending you to fight those who never called you nigger. That's exactly what it said. And he used to say it all the time. If I remember, he said, this is a war where the white man sends the black man and the red man to fight the yellow man. Yeah, he was fond of saying it all the time. So his statement, no Viet Cong ever called me nigger, was just precise.
I was disturbed by the attitude of the print media. How dare they make judgments? How dare they? Man's entitled to his private beliefs.
I'm not here to apologize in the way that the press has projected that I would apologize.
What about your unpatriotic remarks that you made?
That will be straightened out with the government or whoever I have to face when it comes to that.
Are you apologizing for having made those statements at this time?
That'll be taken up with the government.
If I recall correctly, you said you were the people's champion?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that you're acting like a people's champion?
Yes, sir.
Now we get thrown out of Chicago, and so I figured, so what? We'll put it in some other city. Well, now we try Louisville, we try about 6 other cities. Everybody turns us down. Finally, we land the fight in Toronto. And now Terrell says, hey, everybody that, in those days was fighting on percentage. He says, I'm not going to fight for 15 or 20% of nothing, because there's going to be boycotts of the closed circuit in the United States. So he pulls out of the fight, and Irving Ungerman, who was the manager of George Chuvalo, volunteered Chuvalo for the fight, and at least we got a fight off. Ali fought Chuvalo.
And how? Look at that. Look out there, staring each other down, Kevin, just before the opening of round 1.
Cassius Clay in white, George Chuvalo in black.
The way this fight figured, Kevin, everyone thought that Clay would come out and dance around just as he's doing right now. It figured to be the challenger, George Chuvalo, chasing after Clay, and Clay using his brilliant boxing style in order to keep the challenger from hitting him. Well, actually, Clay is reputed to be one of the fastest heavyweight champions in the history of boxing. And everything he does in this fight would make you endorse that feeling, that he is one of the quickest men who ever held a title.
Many of the experts say, look at this, he's exposing himself to Chuvalo's punch.
And Clay was telling him to hit harder. At Twister, I could hear it. Clay was saying, hit harder, hit harder.
He must have hit him 12 times with that right. Many of the experts have said that Clay will make some bad moves, but will compensate for it by his speed, and you can see indications of it here tonight. 15th round in this heavyweight championship fight between George Chuvalo and Cassius Clay, the champion. Kevin Kennedy and Jim Jacobs here to bring it your way.
Clay took round 14, Kevin, and here in the last round, everyone in Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens were screaming for George Chuvalo to end it.
And here in Toronto, they use the 5-point must system.
The winner of the round must be given 5 points. The loser of the round getting 4 or 3, depending on how well the loser of the round scored.
And Cassius Clay wins.
And then, of course, I seen the handwriting on the wall. I said to Ali, we've got to get the hell out of the United States. And so we arranged for 3 fights that summer of 1966 in Europe. And here we were in the United States, pariahs. I mean, My whole family is embarrassed. People are sending me hate mail. Anybody involved, Mike Mallett's getting the same hate mail. Ali, hated, booed every place. Now we go over to London, and God, the first day that Ali walks out in the street, there's 5,000 people out there cheering. And boy, I just couldn't believe it. It really blew my mind.
Ali had fought Cooper 3 years before, but now Ali is champ. So a Brit is fighting on home soil for the heavyweight championship of the world. In addition, Cooper actually knocked Ali down in their first fight. So the hometown crowd thinks he just might pull off the upset.
But if the boy can jab and watch the other man, look in his eyes all the time, he's pretty safe and not getting hit too much. And Cassius Clay was a master at that. He'd go and hit a guy about 15 times, the guy getting ready to hit him, and he was gone. He was around behind him or someplace, you see. Take a guy like Tyson. Well, it wouldn't take Ali 2 rounds to get rid of him because he'd never hit Muhammad Ali that day. He run in there and bang, 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 and he's gone, see.
But Cooper responds with a succession of solid left-hand punches. And while Ali shrugs them off, there's not much doubt that some of them hurt. Now for the 6th round, and they've already gone further than their last meeting. Cooper is still going forward. Cooper finds himself in trouble. See that sharp right hand from Ali, then another left hook, followed by a right in rapid succession. Heralds what must be the beginning of the inevitable end. Cooper's left eyebrow first blood. It's jumping out just like a burst pipe. The referee takes a look at the damage and allows the fight to go on. Ali piles on the pressure, raining punches in all directions, and still the blood spurts everywhere. A second look, and it's all over. It's all over. Muhammad Ali is the winner after 1 minute, 38 seconds of the 6th round, and is still heavyweight champion of the world.
Muhammad Ali moving out in white trunks. Ali lightning fast. Champion always on the move. We go into round 3 with Muhammad Ali definitely ahead. Ali dancing around confidently. Ali moving in on London. A fuselage of punches by Muhammad Ali. London goes down. The referee sends Ali to a neutral corner and picks up the count. It doesn't appear as if London's going to be able to make it to his feet. The fight is over. Ali wins by a knockout.
That's a good punch. And Nuremberg now treating the champion with scant respect and scoring heavily in the 4th round. And the champion hasn't thrown a worthwhile punch so far in this round. He's done nothing but move fast around this ring, and he's treating Nuremberg now with a good deal of respect. Is he beginning now to get really on top of the German southpaw? Is this amazing world champion now, with his quantity of punches, beginning to knock the strength out of this quite brave German southpaw challenger, Nuremberger, who so far has done pretty well in this fight. Nuremberger trying desperately here to try to land one of the upsets of the last decade.
a good punch to the body. He really hurt the champion with that. A beautiful left hook to the body. He almost doubled him in half. Minute left of the 10th. And this has clearly been Mildenberger's round. The best round he's had. If only he can keep the pressure up. And this is the champion now having to pull everything out here to try to stop Mildenberger. Oh, he's got him. With 10 seconds of the 10th round left. The right hand. And there's the bell. The bell at 8, and the 10th round is over. And now Mildenberger, after that glorious burst of aggression, which brought him quite a lot of success in the first minute and a half of that round, is now very much on the brink of defeat. This man Mildenberger, whatever the result here, is going to live in German memory for a long time. He took a very hard straight right again. That same punch that's giving him all his trouble. The traditional answer to a southpaw, the right hand. Once again, the champion looks supremely confident. Can't quite finish him, but he might be doing it now. Mildenberger must be very near the end of the road now, and he's gone into the ropes. I think that may be it, and it is. Teddy Waltham has stopped it in the 12th round, and I make the time 1 minute.
Later, after we had the two fights in London, one against Cooper and one against Brian London, and the fight in September against Mildenberger in Frankfurt, after that, I got a call from Judge Hoffheinz, who was the owner of the Houston Astrodome. And Hoffheinz says, the hell with all of this. These people